thanks for having us. This is a really, really attractive group here.
I know. I'm the
so-
only girl here. There are more.
So I'm a businessman in this community. I am a lifelong martial artist. I wanted to do something to give back. And I started kickboxing when I was 17 years old, boxing. Then I got into mixed martial arts. Then I got into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And I've always been a part of these gyms that are kind of intimidating. You know, they're gyms that most people wouldn't just show up to because it's pretty kind of spooky in a way. I mean, guys are just first day in class, you're fighting in a ring. And so, which there are a couple things that I got out of it. I realized quickly I wasn't as tough as I thought I was. And I learned how to fight. I learned how to defend myself. I learned respect, honor, discipline. I learned how to diet. I learned how to just get in really good shape. And it built confidence in myself. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to do something a little different. And that's why I opened up my academy in Alton inside of Nautilus. I thought of some names and I decided to go with the name Alton Family Martial Arts and Fitness because I'm not just trying to have a fight club. I wanted to put something together for the community, for the person that's maybe been interested in martial arts, maybe saw it on TV, and wanted to maybe learn more, but they were intimidated. So that's why I put together our programming. Right now we have an incredible youth program that Mr. Coach Cort Wahle teaches. He does an absolute incredible job with the kids. My ADD flares up a lot, okay? So I can't teach kids. So I will not teach the kids class, but Cort does such a really, really good job with that. And then we have a kickboxing program. We have a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu program and a Judo program. And we are doing a little bit of cardio kickboxing. So we're kind of that one-size-fits-all gym. We're focused on helping kids out. We're going to be putting together a bully-proofing program. We're going to be going around to all the middle schools and speaking and trying to help these young kids, whether they come from a broken home. Maybe they're just neglected. Maybe they're picked on. Maybe they're overweight. Maybe they're shy. A lot of these kids at a young age, especially when we're talking that 5th, 6th, 7th grade age, sometimes those factors and those things could be so detrimental to them learning and getting ahead and having a real social life that I want to get in there and we want to get in there and touch as many kids as we possibly can and show them their self-worth. Show them that their better days are ahead. They have a future. They can do stuff that they don't think they can do. And what martial arts does, it provides a platform that allows these kids just to not get in shape, but make new friends. Some of my best friends, I'm 37, just turned 37. Some of my best friends are the guys that I've trained with over the years. Those are my closest friends are guys that I've been on the mats with and in the cage with and training. And so with these kids, we want to teach them to have confidence, respect, discipline, and if somebody messes with them, what's beautiful about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I know a few people in this room, I used to train with you. What's your last name? I'm so sorry. Nelson. We train at the, was that the East Alton Police Department?
Yeah, and at the war room.
Yeah, so what's beautiful.
No, I broke my leg doing judo.
I had nothing to do with that. I did not do that. So the point being is, what we want is to raise these kids' self-esteem. And if somebody bullies them, that's where my specialty is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I'm going to let Cort talk in a minute. His specialty is kickboxing. He's a lifelong Taekwondo guy, but he's really good at Jiu-Jitsu too. But what I love about Jiu-Jitsu is, they call it the gentle art. All right? I don't know if anybody's heard of the Gracie family in Brazil, but Gracie Jiu-Jitsu is an art that they put together to defend themselves on the street. Now, what it does is it allows you to take an attacker and use your leverage and a little strength to keep that gentleman or woman or gal from hurting you, okay? So what I love about jiu-jitsu is you can make them pick. You can hurt them, or you can say, hey, listen, you done? And then they can pick. And that's what I like about jiu-jitsu. It's not so violent. Can it be violent? Sure. But more times than not, it's not violent. And that's what I love about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is it's just super effective. It's really, really effective. And I'm going to let Cort chat for a little bit about how he got started. Me and Cort, I sponsor Cort. Cort is a professional fighter. He's one of the best in the St. Louis area. I would say one of the best in the Midwest. Taekwondo background, and he is my guy at the gym. He is kind of behind the scenes, runs, handles all the kids' classes, and he's just a blessing to me, and I'm just very thankful for Cort. So I'll just let him talk about a little about what he does.
All right, like I said, professional fighter. I've done martial arts forever. I started out in Taekwondo when I was a small child. I was 7 years old, which I'm not much bigger now. But that's when I started out. I did that forever. Absolutely loved it. My instructor there took me to many other martial arts. I was a weird kid, still pretty weird, but it gave me confidence. You know, you see the weird kids all around, the ones might dress differently, might be into different things. They walk around, you can kind of tell that they don't have the confidence, head down, everything of the sort. Really built up my confidence, and that's what I really want to focus on with kids, is confidence in their ability. Like Adam had said with jiu-jitsu and everything of the sort, we have the ability, we teach them to fight, but not so much to where they go and fight. They're able to slow down the situation, break it down, and just contain the individual and take whatever steps are needed to progress from there. I've done martial arts all my life. My majority of my high school, you know, there's times there, which I don't recommend it, there's times where I would not be in school because I'd be at training. You know, I absolutely fell in love. I started mixed martial arts when I was 15 because in Taekwondo, I was at 15, I made alternate for the Olympic team. And I left the sport then because what they had done is they put so much gear and electronics on, it ruined the sport. They were nerfing it down in a way to where it was safe, which, in my opinion, yes, you must be safe, but to your own control. Once you put too much gear, we were having a discussion with football helmets and everything of the sort, more concussions and neck injuries because of the gear that's on. It was just doing that. When I was 15 to the War Room, like I said, that was a fight club. Wasn't the best. I went there, got pretty much knocked out twice my first night, but I absolutely loved it because it was humbling. You know, you don't need to go to that extent to humble an individual, but I've learned ever since. I got a pro contract at the age of 20, which is very young for fighting, and I've just been chasing that dream ever since. I originally thought my dream was to continue being a pro fighter, everything of the sort, you know, 3 times a day, going to training, not eating what I want to eat, missing out on everything. But I then learned that my love was in teaching and instructing. I absolutely love the kids, as Adam had said. In actuality, yes, I'm the teacher, but I get to be the big kid in charge. You know, it's one of those jobs where I don't have
That you do well.
I don't have to be serious to an extent unless I'm leading a group of kids. I'm just the big kid in charge, and there are times where the kids are bigger than me. I've had that pretty often. But it's just tons of fun. I want them to be comfortable in their skin. You know, I want them to be themselves. We get a wide variety. I'm young, but I've taught for a good 8 years now. Since I was young, I've dealt with kids with autism. My brother has Asperger's, and I've dealt with kids with Asperger's, all different sorts of spectrums and just personalities. We love to give them this ability to keep them active, at least overall. You know, they may not have the ability to defend themselves and anything of the sort, but with activity, with these skills, they will develop friends amongst one another because they all can be their open selves. And I think what helps that a little bit is I'm probably the weirdest one there, the weirdest kid, and I get the look very often, you know, where kids go and they have coaches at football practice where they're very serious, very military-like, and they get very straight up. I'll get that look from the kids where it's just like, is this guy for real? Type situation, because, you know, I'm showing I'm comfortable in my weirdness. You know, I'll play with them, I'll call them ugly and sticky and stuff like that. Just, they get used to everything with that sort. They're like, oh, it's no big deal. Words. Kickboxing, I've loved that forever. It's just everything that goes with martial arts is the attitude and the friendships you make. It really is a beautiful thing because everybody has their own way about doing it. And it's just, I fell in love with it. I know many more people can, especially kids that can grow up in it, and it just builds respect, builds discipline, you know, everything of that sort.
And one thing too is I like to let everyone know exactly what our program, who can benefit from our program. And the answer is everyone. We start them as early as 5. Even though our program specifically states for the kids 6 to 12, but we're not going to turn a kid away, you know. So whether you're a kid, whether you're a woman, male, whether you just want to get into shape, whether you want to learn to defend yourself, whether you really want to dissect and learn judo or jujitsu, if you're into athletics and say you go to the gym all the time and you work out, sometimes you get complacent. It just gets boring. I don't like to go run. My wife made me do a half marathon this summer in Alaska and I almost died. That was horrible. I don't recommend anybody do that. But like I would practice, like, you know, she made me go run on occasion. Boring. So if any of y'all are runners here, I'm sorry. Please don't take offense to that. But to me, it's just not fun. I like to get on the mat and train and have some fun. So with martial arts, I love this saying, you don't have to be a fighter to train like a fighter. You don't have to. And that's what we kind of pride ourselves on. What to expect in our academy is we're not going to be so serious. We're not militant. We're not, you know, go. It's not wrestling practice in high school. We are fun. We're approachable. We're going to give you knowledge, and we're here to support you and help you, and no matter what's going on. I have a student that lost his job 2 weeks ago, and I'm not going to say his name, but he called me and said, "Hey, you know, I lost my job. You know, I'm going to be out for a while because I'm so sorry." And I said, "Here, I'm sorry. So, I mean, you now need to be in my gym more than ever." He goes, "Well, I can't pay you." I said, "So what? Don't care. You need our gym, and we need you." So we're a family, is what we are. We're here to help people when they're down. We're there to cheer people on when they're up. You know, so that's the thing we kind of with martial arts and what we're doing in this community. It's a family, and that's why we chose the name Alton Family, because we want families, we want kids, we want women. We are getting ready to do some fun things. We're going to do some groups. Some women do not like to train with a bunch of men. They just don't like to do it. So I'm putting together women boot camps. We're going to do all female self-defense type stuff, which will be really, really cool. And then we're going to do some, we got a couple other programs that we're going to launch out, but the main thing is we're going to be putting together like little boot camps for bully proof. We're going to do a bully proofing program. That's going to be real big. We're going to wait till after the new year to do that. Law enforcement, our firefighters, our police officers. I'm letting everyone train like half, whatever the price is, it's like 50% off. Any police officer, firefighter, from no matter where you're at, you come into our gym, it's going to be highly discounted for you all because we really appreciate everything you do for us. And I just want to say this, like if you could take anything from what Cort and I are talking about today is if you know someone, or you, maybe it's yourself, or a family member, or a friend, or a coworker, if you know anyone that can benefit what we have to offer, we want to give you all a free week trial. Whoever it is, a free week to just come in, check out what we're doing, try as many classes as you would like, or they would like, and see if it's a fit. And if it's a fit, we want to make them part of our family. So that's the one thing I want you all to kind of get out of today. We're about family. We want to help as many people as we possibly can, and we just look forward to meeting and shaking hands with every one of you guys. All right? Thanks for your time.